Hello, everyone, and welcome to Homeschooling with Hira. It's our third session of the Spelling Rules workshop by Homeschooling with Hira. In today's video, we shall learn the first 5 rules to teach kids with exceptions. Right? Let me quickly share with you the recap and the precap of this workshop since it's the third day. So, in the previous 2 days, we covered that what are the 26 letters of English, what are the 42 sounds that they make, what are the 75 phonograms that are written to represent these sounds. All these topics were covered in the first day workshop. Yesterday, the second day, we learned about the alternatives of the long vowels spellings. And in today's video, we shall learn about the spelling rules and we will continue it for a few days because we have many English spelling rules. In alternative spellings of vowels, we also discussed some spelling rules, but that were only for the alternative spellings. Here, in the spelling rules, we won't discuss about the alternative spellings, but the proper spelling rules for the different spelling pattern or for the different phonograms that we use to write the English sounds, right? Another topic from the upcoming sessions is unconventional ways of teaching. We shall cover this after completing spelling rules because there are so many things that can't be explained to kids with the help of a spelling rules. Okay, so we will go for the unconventional ways or the game based learning approach, and later we have something more to come. That's a surprise for you. Stay tuned with me to the end of this workshop, which comprises on 2 weeks. Okay, so this was the recap and precap of our 3 days. I hope you have already watched the day 1 and day 2 recording. If not, so the links are there in the description box. You can go there and check that out. Do watch these videos because these are the foundation of the spelling course. And now let's begin our today's video with the split digraph or the magic key pattern. This is also an alternative spelling of all the long vowels. We didn't discuss it yesterday because this is a separate topic and it has so many confusions associated with it. So today, inshallah, I'll try to cover all those things that you have been asking me about the magic key or the split digraph. First, for the viewers who don't know what is the split digraph or the magic key, there you go. If you have a vowel, a consonant, and it is preceded by a silent final E, this silent E pulls the sound of the other vowel and make it say its long sound. It is called the split digraph. It is also called the magic key, as well as we also call it hop over E. Okay, because it can hop over a consonant. Remember, magic key can only hop over a single consonant to pull the sound of the preceding vowel. Now let's see how this works. If my word is only this, mad, which has some other meaning, but if I write the magic key at the end, this E is silent, no sound dot for it, but what it will do, it will pull the sound of A to make it say its long sound, A. Now read the word with the long sound of A, aid, made, mad, and made, right? This word is mem. Let's read it with the magic key. Say the long sound of that is E, eem, meme. If I remove the magic key, the word is d, red. With the magic key, the word is I'd, ride. Born. With the magic key, bone, the long sound of O. Cub. With magic key, cube, right? So this is how magic key works. But remember, magic key cannot hop over two consonants. For example, if your word is hope, it can pull the sound. But if you want to write the past of the word hopped, double the P and write ed, now this magic key cannot jump over two consonants to pull this O sound. That's why the word will be with a short O sound, and it will be opt, hopped. And this is one of the reason that we double the final consonants while adding any vowel suffix. We will do this rule later. Don't worry, take it easy. It was just to give you some idea that the magic key cannot jump over two consonants. Okay? Now I know that most of you are teachers who are watching me, teachers and parents, and they all have the same question, that children can choose between AI and AY because they have some rules. AI comes in the middle of the words for the long A sound, and AY at the end of the words for the long A sound. But what to do for AE? It doesn't have any rule. Where would it come? Right? So a big confusion is between AI and AE. So now is the right time to give you the answer of this question. There are 8 points to remember if you have the same problem, that how to teach kids the difference between AI and the magic key. Okay, so the first thing to remember, don't underestimate the learning capacity of your children. They do not have hair or straws in their brain. They can understand things if you give them logic, and they also have their memory to memorize things. Whether you say them to memorize or not, if they look at something, it becomes the part of their brain automatically. The first point to remember, don't underestimate the learning capacity of your children. Secondly, guide them the right way and they will understand anything, be it spelling or any other concept. Now, what is the right way to guide? From here, the right way starts. While providing kids with a word list for spelling or dictation, tell them to focus on the long vowel spelling. Check if it is a split digraph or something else, right? So if you are worried about how they will understand what to write, so when you provide them with the spelling list, tell them to mark the magic key words with an arc and the normal vowel, long vowel sound with a straight line. These signs will help them to memorize the things with some visual clues. Okay, there you will help them with their visual memory. Next point is, if you are not giving them dictation or spelling test, okay, they are simply reading. So when they read and find a magic key word, ask them to mark it with an arch on it. For example, they are reading a book and they find the word like. Tell them to have a pencil in their hand and mark like, split digraph, name, split digraph, game, split digraph. So whenever they will focus on the spelling, again they will get some visual aid and muscular memory aid to recognize these words and to memorize these words, right? This marking will improve their focus on words and help them memorize the words with their muscular memory. These were the 3 steps. Now let's move on to the next step. When you are giving them a spelling, explain the meaning of words if they are homophones and tell the differences in the spelling. Like if the word is tail and tail, they both have the same sounds, they are homophones. So explain the meaning. Tail with the magic key means story, and tail with AI means the tail of an animal. So associate the meaning of the word with the spelling. Okay? Next is hint them while dictating new words. For example, if you are dictating them a word that is main and they have never heard it before, okay? So you need to hint them that write main with a magic E. So when you say main with a magic E, they will understand, or they should understand, that how to write it. The only clue that you should give, that is a magic word. Okay? Or if you are giving them the word road, so road is ROAD, road. But if you want to give the past of ride, that is also road, so tell them write road with the magic key or the split digraph. So the split digraph pattern will be in their brain, and it will be O, and what is the consonant? D. This is how you will make them practice for the magic keywords. It all depends on how you teach. Things are not difficult. It's just our teaching skills which can make them complicated and can make them easy peasy lemon squeezy for kids. Okay. Number 8, and the most important point, stop believing these strategies are not enough and that you want something out of this world to help kids with the spelling. If you just keep on asking that how the things will work, things will never work. Believe on the strategies that I'm telling you, because I have been doing such a stuff in my classes. I have been training kids for spelling, and all these things work. So they will work with you as well. Okay? The kids are little but ingenious creatures who can learn anything, and this is just a spelling pattern. So believe in your kids, believe in yourself, and also trust these strategies, and Magic E will not offend you anymore. Right? Now let's talk about the first spelling rule, that is Floss rule, which we teach to our level 1 students. After teaching 42 sounds, the alternative spellings, okay, the magic key. Now we have the floss rule. So what does this rule say? At the end of one syllable word or a monosyllabic word, after a short vowel, double the letters F, L, S, and Z. This rule is also called floss rule because we have the letters F, L, and S in the word floss. Z is an extra word, but yes, we can help kids memorize this with this word floss. So now let's see the examples. We need to have a single syllable word. Single syllable means that it should have only one vowel sound. So look at this, cuff. It's a single syllable word. The word should have a short vowel. A is a short vowel. So if it's a short word with a short vowel, double the letter F at the end. Cuff, sniff, staff. Hill, sell. Fuss, grass, dress. Buzz, fizz, jazz. Okay, double F, double L, double S, double Z. There are some more examples for the double S word. If you want, you can take a screenshot of this, please. They will help you in dictation. Some words with double L. You can also take a screenshot for dictation practice. And after this, we have some exceptions to floss rule. Gas, bus, as, if, us, is, was, yes, his, has, plus, chef. These are a few words that are some common exceptions to the floss rule. You can take a screenshot of this as well. And with this, floss rule is done. Okay, let me get back to floss rule. If you want to teach floss rule in a game-based approach or a play-based learning approach, so I'm sharing some videos in the description box. In the workshop, I cannot give you many ideas, otherwise it will be so lengthy. So please check the description box for child-friendly ways of teaching floss rule. Next is spelling rule number 2, and this is A. We have 2A, 2B, 2C, 2D. We have 4 sections in spelling rule. Number 2. The rule is for the k sound after a short vowel. This is the k sound rule. So after a single short vowel, use CK for the k sound at the end of short words. Use of CK at the end of short words means monosyllabic words. If I just cut it short, we use CK as k after a single short vowel at the end of short words. What do I mean by single short vowel? When I say single short vowel, it means that I'm only talking about a, o, and a. We have another short vowel that is not a single letter vowel, the double O, as in b, u, k, book. So double O has 2 sounds, the long U sound as in pool, and the short U sound as in book. So this is also a short vowel, but it's not a single short vowel. Okay. Some examples: sack, pack, track. You can see that these all are short words, means monosyllabic, and we have the short vowel sounds in the middle. Okay. You can take a screenshot or write them down in your notes. Now we have spelling rule 2B. It is about the k sound after a long vowel. Okay. So after a long vowel or a consonant, use letter K for the k sound at the end of short words. Short words is the same thing in 2A and 2B, But in 2A, we were dealing with the short vowel sounds. In 2B, we are dealing with the long vowel sounds or a consonant before the k sound. So look at this. Eek, seek, eek, leek, eek, Greek. Here we have the double O, book, cook. Then we have drink. We have the n sound before the k sound. That's why we are using letter K. Perk, R control vowel, letter K. Fork, R control vowel, letter K. Okay. 2C says that write letter C as k sound at the end of long words. Spelling rule 2A and 2B for the k sound, they both were about the monosyllabic words or short words. Okay. But 2C, which is the k sound at the end of a long word, it means that now we are talking about two syllable words or multisyllabic words. For example, pick, nick. The k sound is coming at the end. That's why we are using letter C. Pan, ick, tragic. Okay. So the k sound is coming at the end of a long word or a multisyllabic word. That's why we are using letter C here. Now we have 2D. This is again about the k sound, but now the k sound is in the middle of the words, right? Often if the k sound comes in the middle of the words, we write it with the letter C. For example, account. Okay, we have the k sound, we are writing it with letter C. But we have the word pocket with the ck in the middle. That is supposed to come at the end of short words. And then we have two C's, but here these two C's are not saying the k sound. One is saying the k and the other is saying the sound. Now this is something that we called advanced phonics. Let's see the reasons why we have these two C's here. As I told you about the split digraph, that the magic key can hop over a single consonant and can pull the sound of the other vowel. So let me tell you, dear, that all the vowels are magical letters. They all can pull the sounds of other vowels over a single consonant. So if you don't write this C here in account, this O will pull the sound of letter A and it will say its long sound and it will be A count, right? So to keep this vowel sound short, we need to double the consonants so this O cannot hop over two consonants. Okay, that's why two C's are here. In the word pocket, why we have written CK? When I'm saying that most of the time we write letter C in the middle, for a while remove this K and try to read the word. The word will be posset. Posset. Why? Because C soften to sound if it is followed by E, I or Y. This is called the soft C rule, which will come later. But to keep the sound of the C as k, as the hard sound k, we need to write here letter K. We cannot double the C because even if we double the C, the other C will say the sound, as in the word excess. We have two C's here, but the first C is saying the k sound, ek, and the second C is saying the sound because it is followed by E, excess. If it's a bit tricky for you, just mark this chapter or this point in the video, and once we are done with the soft C rule, you can come back to this video and then you will understand these two spellings much better. Okay, remember that 2C and 2D, these two are advanced spelling patterns. You are not supposed to give this to your young learners. To your young learners, you will give Floss rule and then the CK rule, the K rule, but not the C and the K sound in the middle, right? I hope that it's clear now. Let's move on to our next rule, which is the DGE rule as the J sound. So what does this rule say? When you hear the J sound at the end of a syllable after a single short vowel, it is spelled DGE. The points to remember are: use DGE as J after a short vowel at the end of a syllable. Right? Let's see some example and you will understand it better. Our word is badge. What is the sound of this vowel? Is it a short a or the long a? B, a. Short a. So after a short vowel at the end of the syllable, this is a single syllable word, so this is the end of the syllable. Use DGE for the j sound. Why? Because English words don't end in I, U, V, and J. We have already learned about I, we have learned about U in the alternative spelling video, the last video of day 2. Today we are learning about the j sound can also not stand at the end of English. The letter J cannot stand at the end of English words. The j sound can come. So how will we write that? With the help of DGE or something else that I'll cover in the next slide. Okay. So this is badge with the short a. Then we have edge, a, short a sound. J will be written with DGE. B, edge, a, edge, short vowel DGE. Lodge, o, short sound, lodge. Sm, a, smudge, short sound, DGE. Right? Now let's learn about the second part of this rule, that is 3B, where we write the j sound at the end of words with GE. Right now, I'm not teaching you the soft G rule. Okay, don't start thinking about that this is soft G or whatever. We are only discussing that English words don't end in letter J. So what are the alternative spellings for this? After a short vowel, you can write DGE. But after a consonant or any other vowel, this is a consonant and this is any other vowel, a long vowel, an R control vowel, anything. If you hear the j sound at the end of a word, write it with GE. This E is silent. It doesn't have its sound. It is only written here to make G say its j sound. Letter G has two sounds. It's G and J. So it says its j sound when it is followed by E, I, and Y. We will learn this in the soft G rule part. Right now, just remember this, that if your word ends in a j sound and the thing before the j sound is a consonant or any other vowel, then the short vowel, write it with GE. Done? Some more examples are b, a, j, badge, w, a, j, wedge, f, a, j, fridge, d, o, j, dodge, n, a, j, nudge. Right? Now some examples for 3B. Change, charge, garage, carriage, message. Okay, in all these words we have the j sound at the end. But before the j sound, we have different patterns, so we will write it with GE. Got it? Now let's talk about some words in which DGE is coming in the middle. If you can write the reason for why we have DGE in the middle in budget and gadget, I would love to read your comments. So you need to pause the video here and write the answer. And if you can't guess the reason, so let me explain it to you. We write budget with DGE in the middle and gadget with DGE in the middle. Why? Because if we remove this D from here and we'll only write it with GE, what will happen? This E will pull the sound of this U and the word will be budget. Budget. We are adding this D here to stop E to hop over to consonant and pull the sound of letter U. Okay. Similarly, in budget, E cannot hop over to consonants. But if you remove this D and try to write gadget like this, E will pull the sound of A and it will be gadget. Okay. We do not write DGE in the word huge and cage because here we need the long U sound. So this is huge, huge, and cage. Got it? I hope you have. Now the spelling rule number 4. which is the CH or TCH rule. If you want to watch the video on this rule or how to explain this or teach this to kids with some stories, please search it on my YouTube channel or check the description box. I will share the link there. What does this rule say? Let's see this. At the end of short English words, which means single syllable or monosyllabic words, after a short vowel, write TCH for the ch sound, write CH for anything else. Okay? We will write TCH only after a single short vowel at the end of short words. Got it? Let's see some examples. The word is ch, match, ch, snatch, stir, ch, stretch, ch, which. Okay, these are some examples. You can take the screenshot of them, and we also have some exceptions to the TCH rule. In these words, you can see the TCH in the middle of the word. For example, in the word kitchen, satchel, hatchet. We have a short vowel in these words, but after a short vowel, we are not writing TCH, we are simply writing CH. The words are much, such, rich, which, and sandwich. So these are some words that do not follow the rule, that are rule breakers. You can take a screenshot of them as well and finish. Okay. And with this, I think we should stop the video here. But before you leave, let me show you that how you can get the worksheets on all these rules. You need to type homeschoolingwithhira.com in your Google search bar and then go to worksheets. Click on worksheets, scroll down the 42 phonics sounds. Alternative spelling, if you want to go for alternative spellings, you will find them here. Reading cards, worksheets for consonant blends, worksheets for spelling rules. This is the fourth tab that you need to click on. Spelling rules, soft C, soft G. Now look at this. CK, K and C rule at the end of words. You will find these worksheets. Just click on them and download. They all are free to use. Then we have the floss rule. Worksheets are here. If you want to attempt the quiz on the floss rule, so the quiz paper is here and the quiz video is on my YouTube channel. Simply write floss rule quiz. Homeschooling with Hira, you will get the quiz, and this is the paper to solve the quiz with the video. Then we have the DGE rule. The worksheets are here. Check this out. And then we have the DGE quiz. Again, write DGE quiz. Homeschooling with Hira, you will get the video and solve the quiz on the worksheet. Then we have the TCH rule. The worksheets are here, and this is the quiz paper. You will get the quiz as a video on my YouTube channel, right? So I hope that you will get these worksheets as well. And I hope that today's class is clear, smooth, especially the magic key problem. Please write the comments under the video because your words are really a fuel for me. They give me energy to work better, to work harder, and to bring new stuff to you. Thank you so much for your time. I'll see you tomorrow with the fourth session of our spelling rules workshop and with 5 more rules. So bye for now, and don't forget to make it a great day. Bye.